Transmitting feed.
Kathy, did you ever get that other letter?
I'm not sure.
I didn't see it.
I didn't get it either. He said he was going to check again.
All right, we are live.
Okay.
Let me just make sure audio is working fine and everything. Audio is fine. Okay. Should we get this party started?
Let's party start.
Okay, here we go. Welcome everyone to the East Springfield Neighborhood Council board meeting for April 6, 2021. Like always, we want to hear from you. We are live on our Facebook page right now. We will be publishing this on our YouTube page shortly. If you are the first time visitor to Facebook and you are an actual Facebook member, please like or subscribe to the page. That would be fantastic. Also, if you watch this on YouTube later, need like 40 more subscribers and we can secure our name. So there though, just click the subscribe button and that would be fantastic. The meetings are recorded and posted on our social pages for review. So they're all right there, just everybody's info. And with that being said, I will turn the meeting over to our council president, Kathy Brown.
Thank you. Let us pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance
Allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
Thank you again, and welcome to the East Springfield Neighborhood Council board meeting for April. We have quite a few things on the agenda, although I think that we will be able to make short order of most of them. We do want to hear from you. We hope that you will share with us your issues, because every single one of your issues are important to the quality of life in our neighborhood. And we are neighbors working together to protect, improve, and preserve the quality of life in East Springfield. Please contact us if you have a particular skill or interest that you might share with us. We can use all the help we can get, and we have a lot of talent in our neighborhood, so we want to spread it around. Monthly conference calls. God, what did you?
Oh, I started here and then I was going to go back. I didn't know which
Okay,
order you were going.
Go ahead.
I can go back.
Yep, thank you.
Boom, we're back.
All right. We have, I knew that we were missing something. We have with us State Representative Orlando Ramos tonight. We thank you very much for taking the time out of your extremely busy schedule. He is also a city councilor for that Indian Orchard area, Ward 8. Representative Ramos, would you like to introduce yourself again to the community and talk with us a little?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for accommodating my attendance, although it was short notice. Just for the record, Ward 8 also does include a portion of East Springfield, and I've proudly represented Ward 8 on the city council since 2013. Very grateful for the opportunity to serve in both capacities, and grateful to be here with all of you this evening. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on both fronts, the city council side and the state side. Give you an update on some of the things that I've been working on that are relative to the East Springfield neighborhood. Just recently, I received an email from a constituent, actually a business, about the traffic concern that we've heard for many years on Page Boulevard. And I know that I heard a mention of it earlier. Page Boulevard around the Bircham Street area, down to the Brookdale area. So I know that the last time that we addressed this issue, we were told that there was a study that was conducted at the state level, I believe by the DOT. And at the time, I think it was probably about 6 years ago, we were told that the amount of traffic coming out of Bircham that was found in the study, basically it didn't, it wasn't enough to justify a traffic light at that intersection. However, again, that traffic study is 6 years old. We all know that has changed since then. And so I've been in contact with the DOT about the possibility of conducting a new study. And hopefully we'll have that sometime soon so that we can address that issue. It's a very dangerous intersection. And I'm hopeful that we'll be able to do something about that through the DOT. Last night, the City Council voted to support the first step for an ordinance banning the retail sale of puppies and certain animals, which means that in the immediate future, the puppy place on Boston Road will no longer be in compliance with local laws and will have to adjust their business plan in order to continue providing services. But there will the retail sale of puppies will no longer be legal here in the city of Springfield once that ordinance passes final step at the next meeting. The City Council also approved $3.7 million in Chapter 90 funds, which included this year actually included the paving of Atwater Road from Springfield Street all the way down to Atwater Terrace, and that will start sometime during the late spring into the summer, and hopefully get that done this year. I filed a dirt bike ordinance, a new dirt bike ordinance. As you all know, I filed two dirt bike ordinances last year, and the latest one that I filed is relative to gas stations. Essentially, the ordinance will prohibit gas stations from selling gas to dirt bikers to illegal dirt bikers, unless the dirt bike is on a trailer. Again, this is an issue that we have to approach from all different angles, and there is not one answer that's going to stop the problem, but we want to approach this from different angles and make it as difficult as possible for these illegal riders to operate in our city. So I'm hopeful to get the support of my colleagues and pass the ordinance so that we can make it illegal for illegal dirt bikers to get gas at gas stations. CPA released their schedule for this year. It actually included a lot of projects in East Springfield. So I want to commend everyone that was involved in putting in those applications, because it was really, it's great to see that East Springfield neighborhood has really taken advantage of CPA. There's a Van Horn's Park study. There was the Marshall Roy splash pad that was mentioned earlier. The East Springfield Library put in a grant for outdoor reading. So those are, three projects that are going to be great for the East Springfield neighborhood. So great job. That's what CPA is for, and I encourage you to keep it going. Keep putting in those applications every year. Talk to your neighbors and your colleagues, and discuss what you want to do for next year. And these are great projects, and I'm sure the City Council will support them. On the state level, the biggest news this week is, of course, biomass. I received a phone call from the DEP last Friday with the great news. The 12-year fight that we've been putting up to fight against this project and to protect the city of Springfield from the pollution that would have been that would have come from that project. 12 years in the making, but we finally got it done. The DEP pulled their permit, and they're no longer permitted to continue doing any sort of construction. They will have to reapply and/or appeal. But I don't see a path to victory for them, to be honest with you. The DEP has revoked their permit, and that will very likely lead to, hopefully, the local board of appeals revoking their permit as well. Let's see. I opened up a district office in East Springfield at 640 Page Boulevard, Suite 108. It is the office where my predecessor was, Jose Dosalo, at the AFL-CIO building. We're not open to the public right now because of COVID. We're essentially open for appointment only. But my information is on the screen, and if anyone needs to meet with me, please call the number or email myself or my aide. We'll be happy to accommodate that request. But we will be opening soon, hopefully soon, and I look forward to serving the community through that office. And finally, I just want to introduce my my legislative aide, who is no stranger to the city of Springfield. She's done a lot of great work in our community. She's been an activist. She's been an educator, and she keeps me on track. She's been great so far. Keeps me organized, and Ayanna Crawford. She's here on the call with us. And you know, if anyone needs to get in contact with me, please give her a call or shoot her an email, and we'll do our best to serve the community of East Springfield and the Ninth Hampton district.
Thank you very much, Representative. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for your support of the Community Preservation Act projects.
Sure.
We've been in East Springfield very, very happy that we've been successful at really prevailing every year. And we'll see if, I think we're hopeful that this year will be the same. So, but thank you. It's a wonderful asset for our neighborhood.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions from the team here for our state rep?
There was a comment from Facebook. No questions came in, but someone named Susan said, fantastic news on the biomass. Thank you from everyone on Fitzgerald Road.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else, Guy?
Just if I could, Kathy.
Yep.
I know we did, before the start of the meeting, we just happened to talk about the topic of Page Boulevard did come up, and
Yep.
I'm excited to hear they're going to do another study at that intersection, but I'd like to, I'm hoping that, or if it's not already considered in the breadth of the study that they're doing, that study would include just the overall safety of the Page Boulevard corridor from the area there down at the bottom of the gully. I forget the name of the street. Brookdale, from Brookdale to I-291. I think that the intersection certainly plays an important part of the curve, but just the general safety of that part of Page Boulevard, the speed limit, the narrow multi-lane use of the roads, use of the road and what have you, and with an eye towards some sort of mechanisms in the roadway to kind of force traffic to go slower. That's what I'm hoping, along with just investigating that intersection, whether it's a traffic light or not a traffic light. I just think there's other areas of that street that really need to be would be helpful to have it addressed in that study. So anyways, I'm hoping that maybe that could be part of that, is just looking at the whole area when solving that problem.
Well, thank you for the comment. Yes, last year, I think it was last year before we went into lockdown. There was a representative from the state that attended an Indian Orchard Citizens Council meeting to talk about complete streets. Mm-hmm. And one of the projects, one of the locations that was brought up for complete streets was actually that very location where we talked about the possibility of adding sidewalks and a bike lane to that area to make it safer for pedestrian and bicycle traffic. I think that would definitely help reduce the speed in that area as well.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Thank you for bringing that up, because all those your points are right what we've been talking about for the past couple of 3 years, in particular for that area. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Guy, anything else? If not, we'll move along. Oh, unless, go ahead.
Sorry, I couldn't click mute fast enough. Just one more comment, no questions. JJ said, thank you, Representative Ramos and Ms. Crawford, for your advocacy for East Springfield. And there was also another comment from Cynthia. Congratulations, Ayanna.
Okay, great.
Thank you all, and please save my information. And if you ever need to get in contact with myself or Ayanna, please feel free to reach out.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Thank you.
You're going to hang in there with
Thank
us,
you.
Orlando?
I'll hang out for a little bit. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next. Okay, so we'll move on with the agenda. Our monthly conference calls with the Plaza Management continue to be extremely productive. We do expect that that receivership situation that exists there now will fairly soon go to foreclosure. So we're going to keep a really good eye on that project and stay in contact with the current receiver. And hopefully through the foreclosure process, we will see a positive outcome. If anybody has any questions or comments, just send them along through the East Springfield Neighborhood Council website, and we'd be glad to get back to you. Our next meeting with the Plaza will be next week. City services continue to operate. 311 is really our lifeline to City Hall. We encourage everyone to report every issue that's appropriate to 311, or if you have a question about city services, call 311. Curb appeal. First impressions of our neighborhood are extremely important, and we will be reaching out to local businesses to assist. We've already done some of it, but graffiti, shopping carriages, street lights, sidewalks needing repair, storefronts that need to be spruced up a little bit that don't cost much to spruce up, a little bit of paint, or picking up the trash and the litter, are all things that we will be encouraging. And we hope to be working with Keep Springfield Beautiful on a couple of those curb appeal kinds of projects. So if anybody's interested in that topic, give us a call and we'll make sure you get on the I'm interested list, and we'll be back in touch with you. I'm happy to say that St. James Avenue, St. James Boulevard, Crew Street construction project continues, and we're expecting constructions to start in 2023. I want to thank everyone who meticulously went through the 111 pages of the plan and plucked and came up with ideas and submitted information to the DOT. It was certainly a group effort, and thank you everybody, because I think we'll have a better project because of the comments that did go in. But we're excited. If you remember, we started that project in 2004 with the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission doing a brief study on that area. So hooray. And our neighborhood council newsletter will be mailed in April, probably the third week of April. So if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see in it, information you think your neighbors need, send it to us through our website or through Facebook, and get it to us by April 15th, and we'll do our best to include it into that newsletter. We will also be doing a newsletter to every single residential house or apartment, everything in East Springfield in the middle of June. So if you have suggestions for that newsletter, please send them along to us also. Community Preservation Act application. I did say a little bit earlier that we did submit for Marshall Roy for a splash pad, and we got it in a couple of days early. We'll be going to the city at the end of April to do an interview, a presentation on that. And then we expect that it'll land at in the city council. The committee has to approve it. If this committee approves it, that's Community Preservation Act committee, if they approve it, then it goes on to the city council for approval. So probably September, October, early November, it would be approved. So we're hopeful that our application will prevail. The city of Springfield is having their budget hearings. They started today. And we put a link on this that can get you information on how you can link into the actual budget hearings. It's 4 days. It's today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So it's 9:30 in the morning until about 11:15. So please, for those of you who are interested. School meals, I want to just note that they do continue, but they're at 11 sites now. Bowles School is one of the sites. And you can find the information online, all of the other locations. But if you've been frequenting a school meal pickup site, they've advised you where the other locations are, because about half of them, a little less than half, did close down because they had to accommodate the students who were going to be in the schools. And now the pickup is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I repeat, from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. rather than the earlier in the day timing, again, to accommodate the students and the parents who have kids in school. An update on marijuana proposals. There were 4 companies that have submitted RFQs with the city for sites in East Springfield. 3 of them were for recreational facilities and 1 was for cultivation. We, the neighborhood council, did participate in all of the community outreach meetings. And we had 2 of the 4 proposals actually come to our neighborhood council board meeting and do presentations. The mayor has a committee and they are currently reviewing them, all of the proposals, and the mayor is intending to make an announcement on April 12th, which is next Monday, as to which of the proposals will move forward. I believe there were 18 proposals in the city and 4 of them were from East Springfield. So we kind of had our hands full for the past month. But if any of those do get approved to move forward to negotiate a host community agreement with the city of Springfield, we will be as involved as we can be. Okay, are there any questions so far out there, Guy?
Yes, 1 second. Let me go back here. One, someone had commented about the potholes in the plaza. There's a few large ones, and then I got a separate text related to that about apparently there's a couple of really big ones by where it used to be Bank of America, but now it's Quest.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and yeah, just keep passing those along to us because we do pass them along even in between our meetings. We pass the maintenance issues along to the receiver. Thank you.
All right. And then there's another comment about there's a lot of trash on the businesses and a lot of dog walkers letting their pets relieve themselves on people's property without cleaning it up. What's being done to address this issue? They did not provide the information on where this was.
Okay.
So if you wanted to message that, we can pass that along to ordinance, unless you think that's
I think that makes perfect sense. Let's look at the specific location that the responder is telling us about, and then we'll look at the broader issue. And please feel free to call 311 if you can ID any of the information, but please send us along the specific information, and then we'll try to address it. I know that it is dog walking time, and there is a lot of people do not understand that there is a pooper scooper law in the city of Springfield, and you are supposed to pick up and remove your dog feces from the public and any private space that they manage to locate it. Thank you. Oops. Did you take my screen away?
I took your screen away just because I clicked the wrong button. I was going to say something funny, but sorry.
That's okay. But what we can do is we'll take that whole dog issue and we'll put it on the newsletter list. On my newsletter list. Okay. And
On that note, Kathy,
yeah,
they park their cars at the parking lot in Marshall Roy Field and let their animals go in there and then get in the car and go home.
okay.
See it every day. See it
Okay.
every day.
If you could provide for me the timing does it happen? I think you probably walk in the morning, right?
Different times.
Different
I walk in the morning, yeah,
Then let's-
depending on how cold.
Right, then let's pass that information along to Officer Vasquez, and maybe he can help us out. And I don't know whether they still have those signs up at Marshall Roy, but we can check to see if they have the signs to remind people they're not supposed to be doing that. Because even in a park, your dog is supposed to be on lead.
Oh, no, a lot of them,
Right,
they just run loose and come back to their own car.
right, right. And, okay.
My dog would have been in the next town, but these people's dog listen.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's see next.
We had another comment that came in
Thank you.
from Michael Breer from Recovery Connection. He said they did the previous presentation, but if there's any other questions or concerns before going to City Council, he put his contact information into the Facebook feed.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
And then I had one other question, or I can hold them until you go a couple more down.
Let me go down a couple more, and then Mass Cultural Council and the Springfield Cultural Arts Council did award us the grant. Thank you very much for the work and putting that in. Irene, did you want to speak to that?
Sure, sorry, I was trying to unmute. Yeah, we're very excited about this grant. Last year, we were able to put forth out into the community 400 art boxes. We're hoping to do the same. We're starting to prepare everything, purchase everything so that we can get projects out in the community under normal circumstances. Pre-COVID, we would have had workshops and we would have done things in-house and also outside. But because of the restrictions that we have right now, we're making it work. And we're looking at art out of the box projects once again. And we're looking to start that in, I lost my little note here, in early June to coincide when kids are going to be getting out of school. These projects are also for adults, they're not just for children, but we know that last year we had a lot of grandparents who were doing these projects with grandkids. So we want to try and make that timing really work for everybody in the family.
Okay. Thank you again. It was exciting. It was an exciting program. I had quite a few people tell me that they found it to be inspiring, that people were out there putting these packets together for children and then driving them to them so that children had something different to do.
Absolutely.
Okay. Check your speed. John
Yes.
Custer.
Welcome to Check Your Speed. Starting off a new year here, this Friday. So this coming Friday, the 9th of April, we will be doing a Check Your Speed on Page Boulevard. We will be on the even number side of the street between Bircham Street, which is at the curve, and 2nd Street, which is almost across from the Dunkin' Donuts. It's further down on Page Boulevard. We'll meet there at, we're going to be doing this from 4 to 5:30. So we will meet folks there a little before 4 o'clock. And we have this week left flyers at about 40 of the residences along that area, inviting them to join us with holding signs along the street and telling them about, what Check Your Speed is all about and how it works. And hopefully they're able to also pitch in and give us a hand with helping remind people what the speed limit is on Page Boulevard.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, that'll be great if people can come out. It's supposed to be a nice day. So John, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Let me bump back to one of the agenda items that I popped over. Shine program. Irene, would you be willing to speak to that, please?
Absolutely. So just to remind folks that Shine is still available to assist anyone who is on Medicare or anyone who is retiring. We have a lot of folks also due to the pandemic who are deciding to retire at 65, or they may even be a little bit older and have decided that it's time for them. So for folks who are starting Medicare for the first time or who are already on Medicare and are looking to save money, either because their drug costs are higher or simply because they don't know if there is a way for them to save money, we're here to assist. The main number in the office is 413-750-2893, and folks can also always call 311. The Shine program is part of the Department of Elder Affairs, and we are available. So if you don't catch that number, or you don't see it on the slide there, you can always dial 311 and ask for Medicare assistance. The Shine program is a federally funded program. We are nationwide. And in every municipality, you are able to get free assistance with your Medicare. And we're able to help folks who are on Medicare also apply for programs like the buy-in program, Medicare Savings Program, and Mass Health. So if anyone needs help, please feel free to give us a call. Also, there are a number of COVID scams right now where folks are being called at home and asked for their Medicare card number, or being told that they are Medicare and they need their Medicare card number. Medicare has your information. They're never going to need you to give it to them. They don't need your social security number that way. They're never going to call you. You're always going to call them. So it's important that you don't provide people your personal information. And also, there's no way to expedite getting your vaccinations. If you're eligible, you're eligible. It's not a matter of paying for an early appointment or even paying for the shot itself. Medicare is being billed directly, as would your health insurance plan. So please be very cautious. And if you have any questions, do not hesitate to call us at 413-750-2893. Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. We just have a couple of more things on the agenda, but I'm going to squeeze in a couple of comments that I just wanted the general public to know about, and we'll mention it again. The East Springfield Neighborhood Council, has been working with the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission, because we realized that East Springfield is an old neighborhood, and we have some buildings that were built before the 1900s. And looking at the state information, there was very little note of these older buildings that we have. So we have been working with both the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission and with the Planning Department to begin to identify those older structures. You know, the Westinghouse building, the old Hanno buildings, some of the old industrial buildings, and some of the residentials. And we're going to start a neighborhood survey of some of these and get some photographs of some of the older ones, so that in years to come, somebody will remember or be able to see what we had here and what our history is, a historical survey. So I just want to let you know that we're beginning to work on that, and we're very excited about that. The other thing is that over the next bunch of months, you will see the Angelina Park basketball court get rebuilt. You will see an urn on Bowles Park Extension be replaced. That we got funding for all of this stuff. New sign for Marshall Roy Field, the park, and 3 more picnic tables for Marshall Roy Field. And also within the next couple of weeks, we'll see a couple of ornamental trees go up in front of the East Springfield Neighborhood Council building, and also an evergreen tree go in to the right, to the left of the play area at Marshall Roy. So those are some of the things that we'll see before June materialize. I mean, all those things should materialize. Not to mention, as Representative Ramos mentioned, is our last year's Community Preservation Act project, which is a walking path all around Marshall Roy Field. And then hopefully this year's splash pad will get approved. Okay, special permits. Last night at the City Council, Sterlish Solutions for 140 Corando Drive did get their special permit for vehicle sales. It was approved by the City Council with all of the Planning Department's recommendations and our recommendations. And then we have a note here, and thank you for being on the Facebook tonight. Recovery Connections, the Suboxone Clinic at 281 Cottage Street will be going in front of the City Council on April 26th. And if anybody wants to see the full presentation, I know that we have that on our social media. Any other questions, Guy, or any from the people on the board?
Yeah, there was a couple more that came in. Someone had questioned the flag placement at CRC on Page. I responded that there was a previous meeting that was brought up at and investigated, and that they are aligned under the proper flag. I don't remember the whole thing, but I know it was looked into, and they're all aligned at the right height parameters. So I responded back on Facebook there. Also, somebody had asked about, somebody had commented that they were glad to see the shine information. That was helpful. Also, we had somebody who asked about the best place to find a COVID vaccine. There's the Mass Vax Finder, but there's also one that was set up for the city of Springfield. And I think someone was putting that into the feed right now with a link for that. So that'll be in the feed. If it's not there, it'll be there any second now.
Okay.
And I think that is it. Yes, for now.
Okay. Anybody from the team have any questions or comments or things that we forgot?
Just I'm seeing the sidewalks are going in and the trees are coming down. Just on my walk in East Springfield.
Yep. I know Alex Sherman, the city's tree warden forester, has been hard at work trying to
Yeah,
take care of any trees that are defective and getting them down. And actually, we participated, Guy and I participated in a couple of hour broadcasts, was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, to talk about tree canopies and trying to get more trees in the city. So it was a very, it was a lively and informative meeting.
Oh yeah, actually, and also the air quality studies that were part of that as well. And we did submit to see if we can put one over by our building, because East Springfield air could be monitored at that point. Plus it's close to a school, so they like to tie in an educational aspect. So we're waiting to hear back on that right now as well.
okay.
It was a very good meeting. And the sidewalks, yes, I'm thrilled to see that there's
Windermere,
action.
Yeah.
Windermere.
there's 2 or 3 going on
Yep.
Windermere.
So that's good. So again, word to the wise, if you have a sidewalk that needs repair, the first step is to get that sidewalk application into the city. And also, if you call 311, you can tell them that a sidewalk is needed, but there's that application that you fill out, you get it in, and it gets in the queue. It can't get handled until it gets in the queue. So,
Right.
and some of these that we're seeing now have been in the queue for a little while, but they're popping up. So
Right.
we're absolutely thrilled. Anything
And
else?
2 fruit trees just went in Fordham Street, so,
Right.
and they're flowering now. They're beautiful fruit trees.
That's great.
I'll have to walk down there now.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, if there are no more questions from the general public, what I will do is close this meeting and remind people that our next meeting will be on Tuesday, April 20th at 6:30. It's our police and board meeting. Any questions or comments, please get them to me or get them to us, and we appreciate the input. Thank you.
We'll see you at the speed event.
And we'll see you at the
Speed
Check Your
event.
Speed event. Thank you. Yes, on Friday.
On Friday.
Yep, and Guy will tell us when we're